Let's be brutally clear. Kindness alone will not save you. If you think being a good person is your shield in this world, you're not safe. You're exposed. And deep down, you feel it every time someone talks over you, dismisses you, uses you like you owe them something. You've been sold a beautiful lie that doing the right thing always leads to the right outcome. But here's the truth. This world rewards strategy, not innocence. How many times have you said yes when you wanted to scream no? How many times did you forgive someone who would never do the same for you? This isn't about becoming cruel, it's about becoming equipped. And this is where Machiavelli enters, not as a villain, but as a mirror. He didn't say destroy everyone. He said, if you can't be both loved and feared, be feared. Because fear protects. Love without respect leaves you vulnerable. That's the edge no one teaches you. They say be good, be honest, be patient. But if goodness isn't backed by strategy, it gets buried. If honesty isn't paired with awareness, it's used against you. You're not the problem, your exposure is. Kindness without boundaries becomes bait. Most people walk into the world assuming others play by the same moral code. They don't. They play to win. They wear friendly faces and warm smiles, but behind the curtain, they're studying your patterns. The more predictable you are, the easier you are to corner. The more transparent you are, the easier it is to exploit your truth. Machiavelli didn't glorify deception. He warned that you cannot afford to be naive. He understood human nature before psychology had a name for it. People are moved by what they see, not by what's real. That's why it's not enough to be strong. You must look unshakable. It's not enough to be smart. You must appear untouchable. How many incompetent people have you watched rise in power? How many manipulators get rewarded while truth-tellers are ignored? That's not coincidence. That's perception doing its job. People follow confidence, not competence. They follow certainty, not sincerity. Machiavelli's core idea wasn't manipulation, it was control of your image, your words, your presence. So here's the pivot point. Stop thinking your honesty will speak for itself. Start managing how people see you, because truth is only half the battle. The rest is theater, and the ones who win, they master both. Ask yourself this: have you ever lost respect by over-explaining? Have you ever regretted being too available, too generous, too vocal about your struggles? Every time you reveal too much, you hand over the blueprint to control you. Real power isn't about dominating, it's about removing predictability. When people can't pin you down, they fear you. When people aren't sure what you'll do next, they tread carefully. You don't need to threaten, you just need to stop being readable. That's where mystery becomes your shield. Stop giving away your thoughts for free. Stop letting every emotion spill into the room. Silence isn't weakness, it's pressure. It's the quiet that unsettles. The person who talks least in the room often holds the most power, because silence forces others to imagine, to wonder, to fear. Every time you overshare, you make yourself smaller. Every time you speak just to fill space, you lose gravity. But when you speak rarely and with intent, your voice becomes a weapon, not a background sound. This is the power of strategic speech. Not manipulation, precision. Let others chase validation. You create presence. The world doesn't follow the loudest. It follows the one who makes people lean in. Now let's talk about another kind of invisibility, the kind most people never see coming: strategic distance. You think your value lies in being everywhere, saying yes to everyone, always being available. But the truth is, accessible people get taken for granted. Want to be respected? Make your presence rare. People crave what they can't always reach. They respect what they can't always predict. Start saying no. Start stepping back. Let your absence be felt just as much as your presence. You don't need to attend every conflict. every comment section, every invite. You're not required to be reachable at all times. That isn't loyalty. That's emotional enslavement. Start measuring your energy like currency. Give it only to those who've earned it. The people who exhaust you, manipulate you, drain you, they're not confused. They're comfortable. You train them that way, and now it's your job to untrain them. Strategic distance isn't passive aggression. It's psychological positioning. It's showing that your time, your energy, and your presence are not infinite. They are earned. And here's what happens when you create that distance. People begin to recalibrate how they treat you. They notice when you're quiet. They notice when you're gone. They realize you're not a fixture. They realize you're a force. Now let's go even deeper into the core of what controls everything: emotional self-mastery. This is where most people fall apart, not in their goals, not in their ideas, but in their reactions. If you are easily angered, easily manipulated, easily rattled, you're not powerful, you're predictable. And if you're predictable, you're controllable. Whoever controls your emotions controls your decisions. Think about it. When you snapped last, who won that moment? It wasn't you. It was the person who provoked you and made you break your own rhythm. Emotional control is the quiet backbone of all real influence. It's not about being cold. It's about refusing to be a puppet. No matter how intense the moment, the one who stays calm wins. That doesn't mean you don't feel. It means you don't let them see the strings. It's chess, not checkers. And emotion is the piece they'll sacrifice first to get to your queen. So protect it. Guard it like your leverage depends on it, because it does. Hold your silence. Pick your timing. Move like someone who isn't here to be seen, but to be felt. And just like that, you stop being part of the noise. You become the echo that lasts long after the shouting ends. Most people rush to be heard. You wait until your words matter. Because here's the game changer. Timing beats talent. You don't need to speak first. You need to speak last. When it counts, when it lands, when it shifts the entire conversation without raising your voice. That's what Machiavelli knew. Power isn't about motion, it's about precision. The average person wants results now, success now, revenge now. But you're playing a longer game. Because power that comes fast is easy to take, but power that comes slow, that's built quietly, strategically, it's nearly impossible to remove. The loud ones burn out. The fast ones get sloppy. But the patient ones, they build dynasties. Machiavelli called it adapting to fortune. It means waiting for your moment and not blinking when it finally arrives. Think of it like this. A hunter doesn't fire at the first sound in the forest. They wait. They hold their breath. They don't just want a hit. They want a clean kill. That's strategic patience. That's how you stop surviving and start taking control. This isn't about becoming someone cold or cruel. This is about becoming someone the world can't control. Because the truth is, the system doesn't reward goodness. It rewards awareness. It doesn't care if you're kind. It cares if you're sharp. Kindness is not a strategy. It's a value. And values without defense become liabilities. If you walk into this world wide open, it will take everything. So build walls where you used to build bridges. Build silence where you used to pour out stories. Build presence where you used to beg for attention. You were never weak. You were just taught to show your strength the wrong way. Now you show it in your restraint. You show it in how unpredictable you become. You show it in how little they can read you, rattle you, or reach you. Here's what happens when you master this. People stop treating you like an option. They start calculating their words around you. They start showing you the same caution they show those who can change everything in one sentence. And if you do this right, you won't have to demand respect. You'll start to command it without effort. This is where the script flips. You're no longer proving yourself. You're no longer defending your worth. You're no longer explaining your decisions to people who haven't earned the right to understand you. You're no longer available for misuse. And if someone calls that arrogance, let them. You're not here to be digestible. You're here to be unshakable. People will try to bring back the old version of you, the one that said yes too quickly, explained too much, forgave too easily. But that version of you was convenient for them, not powerful for you. The new you, you're not convenient. You're intentional. You move like a presence, not a person. You speak like each word costs something. You exist like access to you is earned, not given away like a free sample, because it is. Let this sink in. You are not for everyone, and that's your strength. If you're still trying to be liked by all, you'll end up being respected by none. Machiavelli understood this. The system is not kind to the predictable. It devours the average. And if you keep moving like everyone else, thinking like everyone else, reacting like everyone else, you'll get what they get, which is nothing. Noise, neglect. But if you want presence that silences a room, this is how. If you want influence that doesn't scream, it starts here. If you want to walk into a room and make people adjust their posture without saying a word, this is the blueprint. You build power not through performance, but through refinement. Control your presence, manage your image, master your timing, guard your emotions, and speak like your voice carries consequence. Because it does. This world doesn't give power. It watches who can hold it without showing their hand. So here's your turning point. Stop being easy to figure out. Confuse them, surprise them, disappoint their assumptions. When they expect you to react, observe. When they expect noise, go silent. When they expect collapse, tighten your focus. Predictability is a cage. Unpredictability is freedom. So from this moment forward, you are not here to explain. You are not here to convince. You are not here to be understood by those who can't even understand themselves. You are here to become the quietest force in every room and the most unforgettable. Your power is not in what you show, it's in what they can't see but still feel. So apply this. Don't let it just be inspiration. Let it be execution. Comment below. What part of this hit you hardest? What shift are you making from today? I'm reading everyone. This is not just content. This is psychological strategy. Subscribe. Rewatch this when the world tries to make you soft again. And remember, the most dangerous person in the room is the one who stays silent and still wins. Your next move? Make it invisible. Make it precise. Make it yours.